The only one happy about the three-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Toe bashed it. Super toe. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flushed out right. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And the Bills' offense comes out ready to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Holmes has got it complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks, the big fella. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. After the interception, here's Taylor, eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Bills are going to have a first down.
Now you understand why part of Tyrod Taylor's nickname is mobile. He led the AFC quarterbacks in rushing in 2015, and anyone who thought that he couldn't beat him with his left.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now it's Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. Open man is Holmes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Andre Holmes, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching it, ended up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's two sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great, D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too caught.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Their big-bodied receiver, an even 90 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Play action. It's Taylor. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from Clemson, Shaq Lawson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Davis now. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And he comes back with 1 complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank. In there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. To return, this is Doug Baldwin.
But one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now he's going to send, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, Taylor. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here we go!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go! What? Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And that is incomplete. Patrick DeMarco, the fullback, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go!
From the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now it's Taylor toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and it's 3rd down.
I I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13. They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Going for it all. And Brown's got it for a Bills touchdown. Corey Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Let's go. Green.
Davis now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Taylor hit, he lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out come the Bills. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Taylor, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. Now 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now. as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now it's Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Choose the mic right here, over there, right? 50, choose the mic.
He'll try again with the arm. Davis fighting. He loses the football. Now this is picked up, and this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? Taylor hit. He lost the football, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now here's Baldwin. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this job.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play. Sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time is definitely an or not.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! I got one. All right, now look at 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw here. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third.
Let's go!
He'll drop to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here come the Bills. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning. And
the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Roger. Baby, come on, let's go.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, rolls. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Davis now.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe. They're just looking at him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Frank Clark in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Here we go. 190.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Taylor. And that is incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. second. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
Brandon, I loved his game in college, and I thought he would translate well as a pro. Boy, did he exceed my expectations. Another punt return for a touchdown.
Busted onto the scene as an all-pro returner as a rookie. He's not looking back. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K.J. Wright able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
10 yards still left on second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Kevin Pierre-Louis not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Taylor. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They come out here in the I. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one incomplete. Davis now. And a quick throw here that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jimmy Graham, his second touchdown on the season. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll go again to McCoy. And he is going to lose you. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Here's Taylor to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. A gain of 13 and also a first down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Taylor will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will. I guess they figure with it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Graham slotted out to the left. He'll look to throw. He's going to go. And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's another week, another loss, as they fall now to 0-9. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this, as they're not back in action until week 11. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we...
Turn up and make it something to believe in. wallet. Babe Ruth ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
Yeah, you can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes, like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. Geronimo, parachute, skydiving off your parents' roof. Crew, saw the magician's assistant in half, like who the are you? Who the are you? Who the are we? We be the dudes who just come over to water the lawn. We don't say hi, we just come over to walk your dog. We nice like that, we super nice like that.